Greetings, Poke fans. It's Ellie here. For those of you from Mike's channel, hello. Hi. I'm kidding. Hey dreamers, it's the 8-Bit Insomniac, and today I'm bringing you guys my week 4 match against M&J TV, also known as Mike, coach of the Houston Gastros. And as you can see by team preview, I've brought a semi-stall team, so there's a bit of a disclaimer that this is quite a long battle. It ended up 74 turns, so if you want to go grab a drink, I suggest you go do that or something. Even though the video won't be that long because editing and post-com and such like, but geez, this battle took a while on Showdown. Although it was on Showdown, it did take best part of an hour, so. But yeah, as you can see, the only way I could win against Mike's squad was to whittle him down with entry hazards until the point where Infinite can come in late game and just clean up. Barring he does not have Scarf Mew, which was something I was very afraid of. But I figured the Scarfers that he'd have on his team would either be Darmanitan or Togekiss. Just because Mew is a really good offensive option because of priority, I don't think he'd Scarf it. And Nidoqueen is too good. The coverage against my team is too good to Choice Scarf. If you can just... It's bulky enough to switch moves, so... Nidoqueen was a huge threat and I had such trouble preparing this week because of it. I just got thrown off because I just had no switch-ins, I had no answers for it. And team preview really scared me, but it also relieved me somewhat because he did not bring Raikou. Had he bring Sub-Carmine Raikou, I straight up would have lost this game. Apologies for my voice, by the way. I sound really tired, I guess. I mean, I've just woken up, and I want to get this video out today, so John doesn't yell at me. Hi John, if you're watching! But yeah. So I just had to bring Semi-Stall to beat his team, and I feel really bad about it because Mike is a new player, and I don't think he would have had much experience playing Stall and how to break it and stuff like that. But on the other hand, I've never played Stall before in my life, so I was really... I didn't know how to feel about it, at all. I just didn't know how to... I just didn't know, because I just had to do what I had to do to get a win. But I still feel pretty bad about the whole thing, but it is what it is, and it resulted in a 74-turn battle, so hope you guys have a snack or something at the ready as you listen to my calming voice as we go through this post-con. But anyway, let's get into the battle. Alright, so he's going to lead off to Darmanitan as I lead off with Regirock. I do not want to take a superpower, so I go straight into Sableye, but he predicts this nicely and goes for the U-turn into his Cobalion. He forgot about Pranks the first turn, which was really nice for me because it enabled me to get off a Will-O-Wisp as he gets a crit Volt Switch, bringing back into Darmanitan to threaten me the hell out. I go back into Regirock and he again U-turns, knowing that this is coming, and he goes straight into Nidoqueen. He goes for Rocks, over-predicting as I go for Earthquake, and it's just short of a 2-hit KO. I really want this thing to possibly go down, but it's not the case. It lives at 1%, and I want to save this for Darmanitan as I have 2 Wish Passes. So I go into Roserade, and he is forced out because he believes I am faster than him, but I am not. So I banked on that, him being scared out by Speed Tears, which worked nicely as he brings in his Cobalion. He gets a flinch on the Iron Head, which is unfortunate. He's just going to try and whittle me down with flinches and Iron Heads as I'm going to get up a Spike. And here I believe I switch out into Vaporeon, again preserving this Roserade for later as I can come back on it on things like the Suicune with Wish support and things like that. So he's going to Volt Switch out of here knowing that he can't touch me, and here comes a Mew, and this thing is scaring me. Side Shock is going to hurt, so I go into Sableye, but he goes for Nasty Plot, and I'm thinking, oh crap, this is a problem. And I cannot live a Dazzling Gleam at this point, so I have to go for Shadow Sneak, get off any damage I can, and it reveals he's Life Orb, which means he probably does not have Baton Pass. I threaten him out with Infinite here, and I'm going for safest play, which is Flare Blitz. I need to get rid of that threat, and he switches to Togekiss to take that nicely. And I believe here he goes for Roost as I switch into my Florges. So right now, 15 turns in, Mega Sableye is perished, as it always does for me. Not quite knowing how to use it properly, but he's going to defog away those spikes so that Nidoqueen can come back in, and it's actually really handy for me because now Rock's off my side of the field too. He's going to switch into Suicune here as I go into Regirock, getting back some of my health. Not wanting to take a Scald, I go straight out into Vaporeon, and I believe I set up a Wish here. And he reveals that he is Raw, meaning he cannot touch this Vaporeon. I get rolled out into Infernape, and then I go out into Roserade, and then I get rolled back out into Infernape again, so that was a productive turn. I'm going to go back into Vaporeon as he goes into Mute. Now this is a very important part of the battle. Basically it's just us trying to whittle each other down. I'm going to set up a Wish here as he goes for a nasty plot here. I'm going to speed this bit up. It's basically me throwing Scalds at him, him trying to recover to a point where he can 2-hit KO me without making himself go down. These crits are so important because it enabled me to wear him down as much as I did. And he's trying to get to a point where he can 2-hit KO me without going down himself, but he realizes that he can't do this, that a Vaporeon will win this war. Because eventually he will run out of roosts and I'll just win. He rolls me out into Roserade, which is really, really nice for me. Very, very unfortunate for him. We see Giga Drain as a 2-hit KO here, which is insane considering I'm mostly uninvested. I go for Rocks here, predicting Raw, but he actually goes for Rust, so this reveals that he is Rust Talk with Raw and Scald, which means Vaporeon is just a straight up switch in whenever this thing is on the field. I'm going to get one out into Infinite there, and I make the offensive play into Roserade, hoping to get him to get scored rather than a Raw, but he ends up going for a Rust. This enables me to set up a Leech Seed, because nothing really appreciates doing that, and I'm going to switch out into Vaporeon here, not wanting to take any prior damage on this, which is where he reveals Zen Headbutt, so I'm quite glad I did that, because that probably would have done a considerable amount, even though he is burned. Roserade does not have the best physical bulk. He's going to go into Togekiss here, and I believe he defogs. He really wants this Nidoqueen around, which is respectable. It does a lot of work against my team. So he's going to get rid of those hazards as I threaten out with the Sludge Bomb. He goes into Darmanitan, which is a very offensive switch, balls to the wall. But he's going to click U-turn for the third time. I'm scared of this. I really wanted to stay in there, predicting Superpower or U-turn, but I just couldn't. Roserade at this point was one of my win conditions. It's my only answer to Suicune at this point, so... I'm going to switch out here, predict him Scald, but he actually doubles into Mew. So that's even better for me. He must have predicted my Roserade to come in there. So we're at this point in the battle again where Mew is in and Vaporeon is trying to 1v1 it. So the next couple of turns is me literally doing that, and him is being forced out to something that can deal with this Vaporeon, so to say. He doesn't really have many answers to it. Now that his Mew is burned. I thought this was going to have Heal Bell, which would have been a problem. But he ends up not revealing it as he goes for an Air Slash here on my Sludge Bomb. He's down to 3%, I believe, after Toxic Damage. I wanted to go for Giga Drain here, but I had no reason to be honest. I barely would have got any health back from it, so there was no point. And here he goes into Darm. He makes a great prediction here and goes for Superpower. And from that damage, I decipher that he is Adam of Choice Scarf. So I go into Florges here, and here is where the battle goes into my favour. I predicted switch out to Suicune here, and I double into Roserade, and this play secured me the victory. Because from here, I can set up spikes, which enabled the Nidoqueen to not come in and threaten my team, and I got a Toxic off on this Suicune. Here, I think he just keeps roaring, as I can just keep setting up spikes and hazards and all these lovely things. This was a really, really, really lucky RNG for me in terms of his roars. Apart from that one. So I have to switch out to Vaporeon here because I do not want to let Regirock go down quite yet. Although I probably could have just let it go because Darm dies to entry hazards. I'm going to go to Roserade here. As he sacks his Nidoqueen because toxic damage is racking up. He's able to scare me out here with Mew. I could not risk him clicking Psyshock, so I have to go straight back into Vaporeon as he's going to set up a nasty block. And here again we are having this war. Third time round, and Mike is desperately trying to set up and desperately trying to take down this Vaporeon. But at this point I'm counting this guy's roosts, and he is running out very, very fast. So it's literally just me PP stalling him out of roosts, because I have to. It's something I have to do. I cannot switch safely into this, and I just can't. So he's got 2 more left at this point. And obviously next time he's gonna go down to burn, and he's just literally, all he has to do is keep roosting, but it's to the point where it's not a winning battle for Mike. That was his last roost right there, and here I reveal Protect. And because of the lefties that I gained back, I'm actually able to live a Psyshock from this. As you can see there, he goes down to Life Orb recoil, and I set up a Wish. Here he goes into Darmanitan, and it dies to entry hazards, and now all he has left is his Suicune. He goes for Rest here. Sorry. He goes for Rest here on my incoming Rosary switch, but at this point there's really nothing Mike can do against my team. For some reason here I clicked Delete Fuse into the Giga Drain, because earlier we saw that Giga Drain was a 2-hit KO. I'm a bit of a numpty and didn't realise that, because it was a long battle and it was after work at like 1 AM in the morning and I was very tired, so if that came across as arrogant or facetious, I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, that is the battle. 5-0 victory in my favour. Definitely something I did not anticipate in the slightest. I really thought it could have been anyone's game there, but that switch into, that double into Roserade, literally it was the biggest moment of the match, and it just had it in my favour. And I'm so glad. Mike, if you're watching, thank you so much for the game. It was a pleasure to battle you, and I'm really looking forward to our rematch, because I think you can definitely bounce back. Your preparation and your journey as a player, you have a lot of potential, and you are a great player. So I'm really looking forward to your performance next week. As for mine, I think I'm playing, I don't even know who I'm playing, oh my gosh, that's so bad. But I'm going to be at EGX, so I'm going to have to be playing him in my hotel room, so that's going to be kind of awkward. But anyway guys, I'm rambling at this point. I hope you enjoyed the battle. I'm really sorry for any of you who don't like stall. It's understandable, it is a long, dreadful thing, but if it's what you have to do to secure a victory, then it's what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm rambling at this point, I'm gonna shut up now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the dream world. Peace out.